welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor, and since we're now into August, this is a slightly overdue mid-year reading goals check-in. So it was never going to happen in July because I'm too stressed about work stuff in July. But I've just spent some time today checking in on my goals for the year and seeing how I'm going, and you'll be pleased to hear that I am mostly in a better situation this time this year than I was last year. So, yay! So my overall goal for the year, as always, is to read 120 books, stories, things. I currently have read 82, which means I am essentially 10 books ahead of schedule, according to Goodreads. Because 120 books a year is 10 per month. It's only 10 days into August, and I'm already at 82. So yeah, essentially I'm 10 books ahead of schedule, which is a lot better than I was doing last year. I was really struggling to actually break even last year. So very pleased with how that's going. Probably helped along a bit by the Hugo reading that I've just done, which is a lot of short fiction. And also a lot of the Austen variations that I've been reading. But you know, it's a thing. So that I'm very, very, very pleased with. My other yearly goal to try and reduce my physical TBR, not going so well. I have been picking up books off it, and I haven't been buying a lot apart from my OwlCrate books. But I finished 2023 with 185 books on the physical TBR, and I currently have a rough count of 193. So that's mostly adding OwlCrate books, but I must have added a couple more at the start of the year, I think, and I haven't read as many off there as I would like. So that I need to turn my attention to is reading actual physical books off my TBR. So that's good. My main diversity goal this year was to improve my reading of authors of colour, because the last couple of years, as you might remember from my video at the start of the year, I've actually dropped the amount I was reading. Particularly last year, I only read 13 books by authors of colour, so non-white authors. I'm pleased to say that not only have I already beaten that goal this year, but I have already beaten the 2022 total, which was 16, because I have read 17 books, stories by authors of colour. That was definitely helped by the fact that there are a lot of Chinese authors on the Hugo shortlist. But it wasn't just that, there are other stuff that I've read as well. So I am past that goal and hope to continue on improving and have a much bigger target for next year. So that I can sort of sigh, a bit of a sigh of relief about. I don't have to concentrate so hard. What I do need to concentrate on though is, and this wasn't an official goal this year, but something I track, and that is books with significant queer characters. So not necessarily the protagonist, but, you know, and not necessarily telling queer stories, but significant queer characters. So the last couple of years I've been way up and been reading in the 20s of those. So my goal was more than 24 this year. I have only read 10. So clearly I need to do a bit more work on that. But yeah, so those were my goals for the year. And so for the last 4 or 5 months of the year, I need to focus on reading physical books that I already own and books with significant queer characters. So yeah, and hopefully not just rereading a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, no, I need to actually check what's on my bookshelves that has significant queer characters. There are probably quite a few. So fingers crossed I can turn my attention to that in the next few months. So yeah, all in all, pretty satisfied as to where I am at this point in the year. Still got some work to do for the rest of the year, but I think it's a lot more in control than it was at this point last year, than it was at the very end of the year last year, when I had to read like 3 comics on the last day of the year just to meet my goal. So yeah. So that's where I am with my goals so far. I really hope all of your reading goals for the year are going well. If you set them, happy to chat about reading goals in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all again really soon. Bye.